Yes! Taking a little break from rambling about cards and decks I don't really like. We're back to good old deck profiles. I got a pretty silly one here for you guys today. This is not really meant to be taken serious, but it is a cool little thingy I came up with. This is Firewall Turbo. The idea of this deck is that you use just this one card right here to make Singularity, Dark Fluid, OG Firewall Dragon. Previous two Firewalls all having like 4 bounces or counters on them. Pretty cool, funny stuff that'll make your opponent want to quit the game because you're sitting there for 10 minutes comboing up doing cyber stuff. Without further ado, let's just get straight into this deck profile. Starting off with the 3-ofs, we have 3 Firewall Defensor. That's it for our 3-ofs right here, other than just ways of being able to get to them. So we got triple Signet Mining to get to defense. So we have triple Small World because we really want to get to this card. And I did lie, we do also have triple Parallel Exceeds. Sorry if I'm blinding you guys right now with all my shiny QCRs, but damn do these things look good. So Defensor is just, not Defensor, Exceed is just a really good extender for Cyber stacks because literally 2 free bodies right here. And then Defensor is just full combo. And you will guys see that in the combo portion of the video. If you want to check the description and check the timestamps, you'll probably find it if you don't care about the profile, but I digress. Now time for 1-of Central. We got 1 Firewall Phantom. This card could be a 3-of, but it's not full combo by itself, and that's Lady Debug. We are only playing 1 copy of that. We could just get to it during our combo, but yeah, we only need the 1. When Alliance Insight comes up though, this can be combo on its own. Addition and Subtraction, we just need fires to search off our codec because this is a Codetalker deck as well. We gotta play those. Code Generator, it's an Earth. We gotta search it. Cyber's Converter, it's a light that we can search. It's also level 2, which is important. We got Dot Scaper. It's what we send off of our code generator when we use it as material. And speaking of code, we got Microcoder, something we use early on in our combo to get our plays going. And then we got some like major hard bricks right here. We got Signet Ritual and Cyber Sage. Again, we are trying to go for the full, 4 counters on Dark Fluid Dragon. Got the 1 equation because we are still doing math mix stuff, but this is a spell card, which is very important. Since I said spell card, you guys might be able to guess what is in the extra deck. And the aforementioned Signet Codec, which searches a bunch of stuff, assuming we make a bunch of Codetalkers with different attributes. And finally, Conflict. This card's crazy. You do not lose to Dark Ruler with this card, or anything cringe like that, or talents, whatever it may be. Alright, so that was our engine. Now off to the non-engine, we have triple crossouts and Called by the Grave. And what are we crossing out exactly? We have triple Nib, triple Thulos, triple Ash, and triple Imperm. Now you guys could experiment with like maybe putting all of these down to 2 and then putting in like 2-ofs of some other hand traps that you guys might deem, problematic. Like you could go to Veilers, or you can go like to, you could go like any ratio of Bestials because those are like everywhere right now. The world is your oyster, or should I say the Cybers is your pile. And that is it for the main deck. A solid 41 cards, if I'm not mistaken. Kind of awkward those 41 cards, but it is what it is. Now off to the extra deck. We have Firewall Dragon Singularity. I forgot how to speak for a second. And beautiful Starlight Bear. God, these things look so good on Link Monsters, dude. Along with him, we have Firewall Dark Fluid Dragon to match with our beautiful Chaos Impact playmats. Sorry, I am glazing my stuff right now. And Firewall Dragon. I don't know where he's at, but he's right here, trust me. So we aim to make all 3 of these guys on our inboard. This guy having 4 counters, which in turn is going to have 4 bounces on this. And we can make this with 3 bounces. We'll see that in the combo portion of the video, but those are the Firewalls we're playing. We're not playing Terahertz because, to put it simply, not enough space. We have D-Save Worm, Integrator, and Alimbertion. I apologize for the ugly-ass gold rare right here. I will try to find a secret rare someday. Anyways, these are the 3 that we have to play for our, Dark Fluid. So we do have to hard make all of these, which we can very much do that with ease. Like I said, Defensor is full combo. Now it's time for Links galore. We have Link Decoder. You guys should know what this does because of Malice. Cyber Switch. Yes, we are playing it. We got to get to our ritual somehow, which gets to our fusion and our synchro. Crazy card. Splish Splash Mage, it's just extra extension. It's just too good not to play. We got Codetalker Inverted and Codetalker. This is kind of like our play starter, and this is like mid-combo extension right here that we have to go into. Then for our Link 3s, we got Protect Codetalker because this guy just puts himself back on the field by banishing your Link 3s like Trans Codetalker and Decodetalker Heat Soul. These are just other good Codetalkers to go into. And what's a Firewall Codetalker deck without Access Codetalker? I mean, come on, dude. You have like 6 attributes. Wait. Yeah, you literally have access to all 6 attributes. That's 6 pops on access code in this deck. You have to play it. If you're not playing access code in this deck, you're throwing. So I don't have a side deck for this one, though very good side deck card that you should definitely have in this deck is Metaltronus because Malice is in the meta right now. They're entirely Dark Cybers. And what is your best starter that wants to get linked off? Defensor is a Dark Cybers. So you literally just hit any other cards like White Rabbit or the Link 3, the White Binder, right? You just, negate that. Then you get your starter out of the deck, and there you go, dude. You break a board without having to draw your starters. It's crazy. Definitely play Metaltronus on the side, or main if you really wanted to, but I digress. Let's just jump straight into the 1-card combo that this deck has. Okay, so I ain't gonna cap. Low-key forgot how to do this combo, but then I remembered. So all you need is 1 Defensor and 1 discard. So you're gonna start by normal summoning Defensor, and then you're gonna pass turn. JK, now you're going to link this off into a link decoder, which will trigger off Defense's effect. When it's used as link material, you get to summon out a Firewall from deck, which will be Firewall Phantom. Then you're going to immediately link those two off for the Splish Splash Mage, which will trigger off Phantom's effect. Searching out Codec, and then this is where the discard comes up. Then you're going to activate Splash Mage's effect, bringing back any Cybers. It does not matter. It just can't be link decoder because that's a link monster and it has to be in defense. Before you do anything else, activate that Cyanide Codec. Then you're going to link 3 into Codetalker, which will trigger off Codec's effect, searching you a Earth Cybers and Code Generator. Then you're going to activate Codetalker's effect, bring it back to Splash Mage. Then you're going to immediately link Generator and Splash Mage off for Protect Codetalker, which will trigger off Codec and Generator. Codec searching you out a Microcoder, and then Generator dumps you Dotscaper. Dotscaper's effect activates, summoning itself in the graveyard. Then you're going to turn Transcode and Dotscaper because you need your extra monster zones cleared for Codetalker Inverted, which will trigger off Codec's effect and Inverted effect since we have a Cybers in hand. But you want to go Chain 1, Chain 2 specifically. So Codec searches out Lady Debug, then Code Inverted will summon Debug, then Debug's effect activates, searching us a level 3 or lower Cybers monster and Cybers Converter. Next, Microcoder and Code Inverted are going to turn into Heat Soul, which will trigger off Coder's effect and Codec's effect. Grabbing Math Mech Addition, this is where a fire comes up, and then Invert or Coder will grab Cyanide Conflict. Now you're going to go ahead and special summon out Addition by giving any of these guys 1,000 attack. Does not matter who. Then you're going to link Exceed Summon, into the ugly ass Alimbertion, triggering Alimbertion's effect on summon. You're going to detach 2, search out you're going to draw off Heat Soul. You can do that. You can draw off Heat Soul. Then this is going to search out Equation. We're going to go ahead and activate Equation, summoning out Addition from Grave. Then we're going to take Addition and Alimbertion. Those are going to turn into a Cybers Witch, and Witch we will then special out Converter since we control just Cybers monsters, which will then trigger off Witch's effect, banishing a spell from our grave, which, crazy enough, Equation was the only spell card in their grave, which is why we needed to search it, to search out Cyanide Ritual and Cyber Sage. Next, you're going to link off Protect Code and Inverted to make Firewall Dragon, specifically to this zone, so it's co-linked to Witch. Then you can activate Firewall Dragon's effect, grabbing back the Inverted. Then you're going to use Witch's other effect, since the first effect was activated, to add both Sage and Ritual to hand. You can summon a level 4 or lower Cybers monster from your graveyard, and we're going to want to summon it to specifically Firewall Dragon's zone. Next, we're going to activate Cyanide Ritual, getting rid of that link Microcoder. We're going to summon out Cyber Sage to specifically this zone. This will trigger off Firewall Dragon's effect, summoning a Cybers from hand, which will be the Inverted. Then we're going to activate Cyber Sage's effect. We need just one more body on field, so we're going to Fusion Summon. By banishing, doesn't really matter, but I prefer to banish the Link Decoder, preferably either one of the level 1s. So Coder or Dotscaper will banish one of those. Make D-Save Worm. Not going to use this effect because we just simply don't need it. Then we're going to link 6 using D-Save Worm, Witch, and Firewall Dragon to make our Singularity. Now we're going to go ahead and take Sage and Converter, turn that into a Integrator, which will just start an entire chain reaction of effects. So we'll go Chain 1 Singularity, targeting Firewall Dragon on our grave, Chain 2 Integrator, targeting Sage on our grave, and Chain 3 Sage, adding back a Cybers from our grave. So Sage is going to grab back our Lady Debug, or anything Cybers, so it doesn't really matter what we grab here. Integrator will then summon out Sage from the grave, and Singularity is going to summon out Firewall Dragon from the grave. Next, we're going to go ahead and link Sage, Heat Soul, and Integrator off into our last piece of our inboard, into Firewall Dark Fluid. We're going to activate Dark Fluid's effect to gain 4 counters. We'll also activate Integrator's effect to draw us another card. And lastly, we're going to activate Protect Codetalker's effect in Grave. Since we have a link for a higher Firewall or some weird effect like that, we're going to banish Heat Soul from our grave, summon it back to this zone. So Firewall has 3 co-links, so it's 3 bounces. We have Fusion, Synchro, Ritual, and Exceed in Grave. So it's 4 bounces here and 4 negates here. Then we're going to set Cyanide Conflict, which is a counter trap, Omni Negate, crazy stuff like that. So with just Defensor and a discard, we managed to end on 7 bounces, 4 monster negates. We got Protection of Protect Code and Defensor in our graveyard, and we also have the D-Save Worm in our grave as a spell and trap negate with 6 cards in hand. Granted, we have two cards in our extra deck, which are both Access Code and Codetalker inverted. What you can do is use Phantom's Effect, which will return one of your Cybers monsters to the deck during the end phase, so you can return like Transcode or Splash Mage, whichever one you may need. And if somehow your entire field gets cleared, you can activate Silent Ritual, which will banish itself and I think a Ritual monster or whatever. Yeah, banish itself in Sage, and you summon up 2 tokens. So pretty decent recursion with this deck. If you guys like this combo, this deck, this whatever, leave that in the comments below. Like the video while you're at it, and subscribe if you want more shenanigans like this. And make sure you check out my other videos where I also do deck profiles, 2-man testing, where me and like one other friend will test a deck against each other or whatever. I explain it better in that video, low-key. Or, you know, my videos where I just, you know, cry and complain about decks and cards that I don't like. Satire, by the way, don't take it too serious. And yeah, until next time, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Make sure you join my Discord. Deuces.
Metaphor's election night will be on banned in 1 hour and 11 minutes.